up? I'm Hollywood Holt from Chicago, and I'm a famous rapper.
Alright. So, first question. How did you and $1 Million Mano get started?
Me and $1 Million Mano are cousins. And my mom and his mom are sisters. And we've been best friends for like 16 years. So, everything I do and everything he does, we've done together. We've always been a team. Like, we've been the bestest best friends you could be. Like, every single thing that's happened to me tragically or great or insane, Mano's with me. So it's like, when I started rapping, he was DJing at the same, like, we started everything together. And we both became super dope at all the shit we do together. So it's like, there was no starting point. We just always were, you know? This is my bestest friend ever.
Awesome. Who were your earliest influences starting out, and who's influencing you, inspiring you now?
My influences when I first started was like Special Ed, KRS-One, who else? Crucial Conflict, Bone, Twista, Kanye, and they're pretty much the same now, like Triple Darkness, who else? Psychodrama. I used to bump the shit out of Psychodrama. And then like a lot of Chicago rappers, you know, that were dope and they were twisted, like I was just obsessed with that shit. And then like Big Pun, oh my god, like when I heard Pun, like his wordplay and shit like that, I was just like, I've always been about wordplay. Like I always say shit in my raps, of course, but like it's about how you flow on the track. When that track comes on, like if I was to flow on this beat right here, it would be completely different than any other track. Like every beat I hear, I let the beat determine how I flow on it, you know? It's like, I think that's like really, that's just as important as what you're saying, you know? And so when I was coming up, like Special Ed was always flowing and he was super cool and shit. And then Big Pun would just annihilate the shit out of you and rhyme every single word. And Eminem, like, and Cool G rap, crazy, yo, crazy.
What's funny is you bring up like flowing on the track. I was about 5 seconds to ask you if you want to try it.
Nope.
Fair enough. Okay, what was your first show like, and how do you feel as you've grown as an artist on record and live?
Dude, my first show was at Fireside Bowl. I had changed outfits 3 times, and it was like, Fireside Bowl is legendary for shows, but more like rock shows and hardcore shows and stuff. But me being a big giant, like, I love rock music just as much as I love hip hop. Like my favorite song in the whole world is Gates of Steel by Devo. Oh, hell yeah. Like, it's the best song ever. It's like, my taste in music is very vast. It's not just like there's like 2 sides to me. This guy right here will tell you. I have, like, one day I'll be out fucking tight pants, studded belt, a bunch of skulls on me, and the next day I'm wearing $1,100 shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have 2 personas. It's like there's Hollywood Holt and there's Brass Knuckle Nigel, and we fucking coincide, you know? So it's like, I don't just get influence from rap. I get influence from The Clash. Is one of my favorite bands of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get inspiration, things like that. Just their chord progression, things like that. Like, it makes, like, I'll come up with a flow pattern off of listening to, like, Devo, like how we, like, spaces. I'll do that on a rap song, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, my inspiration is vast.
It's funny you bring up the Fireside video, because I just saw that video of you performing. You can see you go in the back, change, and come back out. You're still rhyming all the time. You're changing. Yes. I was going to bring that up. That's an interesting thing with that. Is that, like, yeah, as you brought up the Fireside, it's like rock shows, punk shows. Yeah. And you have such a huge internet buzz about you, just on your mixtape, as well as like 2 of the songs on their Throw a Kid in Hollywood. Yeah. That it's like, it's crazy to think about someone being big, not just solely up in that buzz, but word of mouth as well. Yeah. And it's interesting that you are big within both. You're getting very popular within the hip hop community, local, nationwide. You're like getting big with the Adult Swim community because of the Chocolate Industries ad and everything. And like I said, you did Fireside. As an artist, how does it feel to be embraced by so many different communities that dig what you're doing?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, the reason why I base my success now off of being a good person, man. Straight up. Like of course, having good music obviously is the main point, but also it's more embracing. Like, I'll ask you a question. Say I did this interview and I was kind of a dick. You'd be like, okay, whatever afterwards. But the fact that I'm a nice person and cool with you, you're gonna, it's like, when somebody, like, I know personally when I meet an artist that I really like and I meet him and he's super cool, I get even more excited about him. Like, man, he cool as hell, man. I remember listening to this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that happened to me because I take this as a real job, you know, just like this is your job, this is my job. That doesn't make us better than anybody. That don't make us better than the motherfucker working at Starbucks. That's just his job, this is my job. My job happens to be a lot of fun to me, you know what I'm saying? But like, that don't make me better than nobody. So when somebody comes up to me and talks to me, I'm like, what's up? Just like I was working at Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? And then plus, if somebody likes your music and somebody's a fan of your music or they appreciate your art, how could you be a dick to them? They understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, every time somebody that likes some music comes to me, I'm like, yes, this motherfucker gets it. Yes. And so I like want to embrace the shit out of them, you know what I mean? And then in turn, they want to embrace me. And then it snowballs, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm at where I'm at, because I appreciate people who appreciate me.
Speaking of Adult Swim, and like I said, like the Adult Swim community is definitely embracing you now. How exactly did the Adult Swim ad come about?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. First of all, Venture Brothers is my favorite show of all time, of any network of ever. Venture Brothers, #1 favorite show ever. That's the only box DVD set I've ever bought in my life. I have all seasons because it's the best. So like, I am an avid Adult Swim watcher. So when it was funny, I was at my friend's store and like some bullshit clothes, just whatever, just hanging out that day. I get a phone call. Go to the airport right now. I was like, what? Go to the airport right now. Get in the cab. I don't care what you gotta do. Go to the airport. I said, okay. So now mind you, I'm wearing like a plain t-shirts and bullshit. But luckily, when I go to New York, I have a lot of friends in the streetwear industry, like 10 Deep and like Mishka and Rocksmith, a whole bunch of different clothing lines, and they hooked me up. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I just left my keys to my homie at the store, to my car, shot to the airport. I'm like, what? Where are we going? They're like, we're going to New York. I'm like, bet. And then we fly there. He's like, yo, we gotta shoot this promo for Adult Swim. I was like, Adult Swim! Yeah! I started freaking out. Dude, we did this shit. I was so like geeked up. We had to do like 12 takes. So I'm like, I would do my take and like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my Adult Swim. They're like, cut. I'm like, oh, whoops. Sorry. It was hilarious, dude.